Hey everybody, it's Monday, but today the markets are closed. So I thought I'd take this time and opportunity to just go over an update of my small account challenge. I'm just going to go over the status of my account, how last week went, as well as what I'm planning to do this week. I'm planning to do quite a little bit of rejigging and reshuffling of my portfolio. So you're going to want to stay tuned to see all the changes I'm making. Just quickly, for anyone who's new to my channel, I'm currently undergoing a WealthSimple Trade small account challenge where I'm trying to bring a $1,000 account up to $100,000 through saving like crazy and smart investing. So that's kind of where I'm at and what I'm doing. This is currently week 2 of the challenge. We're just finished week 2 and going into week number 3. So hopping right into my account and how it's doing, it's currently sitting at just over $1,333. So it is up quite a fair amount from my previous video. So since then, I have been adding every day, trying to chip away at adding a few dollars into the account. So I think over the last week and a half, I've added just over $100 of my own money into the account. So really just trying to cut back on day-to-day little expenses wherever I can, and throwing that money right into my investment account is how I'm kind of building up slowly without even noticing it. But it makes a difference in the long run. So we're up 3.06% over the past month. But if we look at the past week, we're actually down just over 1.5%. And I'll get into showing you why that is and what stocks have not done as well. But it's actually a good thing because it's allowing me to buy more shares at low prices. So we're actually happy about this. And in the long term, this is actually a good thing that I'm actually excited about. So yeah, we're down just over 1.5% this week. And if we scroll down to the stocks that I'm currently holding 7 different stocks, food, good-natured products, which is I'm going to get into, and I'm actually going to have a full video on later this week. So if you like that ticker symbol and you've heard of good-natured products, it's a penny stock that you're going to want to stick around to my channel and wait for a video later on in the week. I also have HEO, which I'll get into, Real Matters, which I've talked about previously on the channel, and I'll get into again because I'm actually going to be doing some selling of that hopefully in the upcoming week. And then we have Standard Lithium, which again is what I'm building up a big position in, as well as WMD, which is Weed MD. This is one that I'm probably going to be selling over the next week, but I'll get into that, as well as XBC. So we got 7 different position sizes, and you can see the dollar amount on the right hand side of how much I have in each and how they're doing. So you can actually see that it's mostly food, good food, and XBC that over the last week have not done as well as I would have liked, and they're kind of bringing down the overall account a little bit, as well as HEO, H2O Innovations, that I have 105 shares of. And I said in one of my previous videos, my goal for HEO is to get 300 shares. So it's actually dropped a bit, which is actually creating a really good buying opportunity for me right now. So I'm actually really happy about this. I've actually just been buying more and more shares. So if we look at HEO, I'm currently at 105 out of my 300 goal that I set for it. So I want to get around $1,000 in HEO. So right now I'm working towards that. And the second other stock that I'm building up a big position in right now is Standard Lithium. And again, if you haven't seen one of my previous videos, I'll pop it up above so that you can check it out if you want to. It's where I go over in depth H2O Innovations and Standard Lithium, and just going over why I think these are great long-term positions and why I'm building up my position size in these companies to around $1,000 for both. So Standard Lithium, I have 59 shares currently, just under $250 worth. So again, I'm trying to get to $1,000, so I'm looking to get around 200 to 250 shares of Standard Lithium. So we're about a quarter of the way there. So this week, my overall goal is to actually trim down some of the number of stocks in my account. So I actually want to trim down quite a bit and really streamline my portfolio to really focus on the stocks that I have a really strong conviction in and that I think are going to do really well. So that means that over the next week, I'm probably going to try to get rid of my good food. So if we go back to good food, I got in at around $12.59, so $12.59. And it's currently at just over $12. So hopefully if we see a push up in good food's price, I'm going to aim to try to exit that position around break even or hopefully have a small profit off of that. And the same goes for XBC, Zebek Absorption. It's currently at 980 and I got in for 1038. So again, both of those positions I'm trying to see, trying to exit around break even or small profit. They're just ones that I bought because they were down. And I know long term, I think they're both still really good buys. But for the short term right now, I'm really trying to add into my H2O innovations and Standard Lithium positions. And I really just want to focus on those two stocks currently. So I'm going to exit these positions so I can put the money into Standard Lithium and H2O while I can before they blow up. So both of those I'm trying to exit. WeedMD was just kind of, I was watching a couple other channels. I saw them picking WeedMD and I saw it doing really well. So I got into that and I'm currently up around 20%, but I only have $20 worth. So I'll probably just exit that, cash in my gains hopefully next week, and then again add them to H2O or Standard Lithium. So GDNP right here, Good Natured Products, is a company that some of you guys had posted about in my comments, which I really appreciate and thank you. So that's a product. That's one that I'm gonna be featuring in a full-on video this week, giving a breakdown of the company and whether or not I'm gonna be building up a larger position. So I'm gonna go over my thoughts and then I'll give you guys whether or not I'm gonna be adding to this position or maybe selling it. And then there's Real Matters. So Real Matters currently is a big position that I have. It's actually my largest. I have around $400. I have trimmed down my position size in Real Matters. If we look at it and we look at the 3-month chart, you can see that it's actually trading down quite a discount from the 3 months. It was up to $22, $26 just a few months ago, and it's now down around 18. I thought that it would start to see a rally and start to be pushing back up towards those $20 range, but it's kind of just been trading sideways, going up and down between the mid 1850s and around the low 18s. And I got in around 1819, so I'm right around break even right now. So again, this was one that I thought was going to start to see a nice upwards trend back towards those highs or even into the low $20 ranges, but it's kind of been trading sideways. So like I said with the other ones, I might be trying to scale down this position size at break even or small profit and add those into my H2O or Standard Lithium positions. I also want to give a huge thank you and shout out to a few of you guys. Glad to see that some of you guys are joining in on this challenge, and I highly recommend it. Even if it's just $100, $200, whatever it may be, I urge you to start your own account, start a challenge, set a goal for yourself, and you're really going to see that it's going to help change your lifestyle and really just give you overall good habits and really get you into thinking about investing. And really for the long term, it's going to be a great thing that you won't want to look back on and say, oh, I missed out this opportunity to get into the stock market and start learning early. It's really something that can help change your life for the better. So I really recommend it. And if you want, there's a link in my description to join WealthSimple Trade and get a free $10 when you trade over $100. So some of you guys have been doing that, and I'm glad to see it. I'm really happy to see you guys joining in on the challenge yourselves, and hopefully more of you guys will too. It's awesome to see us doing it all together here. So just again to recap my two positions that I'm currently trying to build up. They're H2O Innovations, HEO. I'm trying to get this up to around the 300 shares mark. So I'm just over a third of the way there, trying to get around $1,000 in that, as well as Standard Lithium. And again, I featured both of these in a previous video. So if you want to learn why I'm building my positions and why I'm bullish on both of these stocks for the long term and see great potential for appreciation and gains, please check that out. I'll link it up above. But Standard Lithium, I'm currently at 59 shares. And like H2O, my goal for this is around $1,000 position size. So I'm going to be trying to get 200 to 250 shares of Standard Lithium. But again, I've just been buying every few days a couple of shares. So I'm really trying to dollar cost average so that, you know, if it comes down, I buy some more shares, I add more than I usually would. And if it goes up, I'll just buy, you know, 5, 10 shares, just a smaller size, and then really wait for it to dip and buy a lot. So that's kind of the dollar cost averaging. You want to average your way in. You don't want to just throw it all in and then have the price shoot down 20 cents and missed out on not having any more money to buy in at the lower prices. So you really just want to kind of, with WealthSimple, since there is no $0, there is no commission, it's $0, you can really do this freely without any drawbacks. You just keep adding a couple shares a day and dollar cost average your way in, and it takes some of that risk out, which is really what I've been doing. So again, just to recap my overall goal for the next week, I'm going to be trying to trim down a lot of the stocks in this account and really streamline it towards the two that I'm really passionate about. So H2O Innovations and Standard Lithium, trying to get $1,000 position size in both of those stocks. So that's kind of my goal. Once I hit that goal of $1,000 in both stocks, then I'm going to start to branch out into more of dividend stocks and a mix of growth stocks. But definitely going to be looking at adding some dividend stocks to the portfolio once I hit that $1,000 benchmark for both H2O and Standard Lithium. So that's really it for this video. I just wanted to come on and give you guys a quick recap of how my account's doing and kind of what I think's going to happen for the upcoming week and what I'm planning to do with my overall account. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down below if you might want to see this type of video on a weekly basis where I just kind of give my recap of how the stock market went the week before and kind of what I'm planning to do and what stocks I'm looking into for the week ahead. So let me know if that's something you might want to see on a weekly basis. Just comment down below that you'd be interested in it, and I'll definitely make it a thing. If you liked the video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to follow along with the journey. You're not going to want to miss out, and feel free to join me. So I'll see you in the next one.